Hi, this is Bill from Share the Vision TV again. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. It's been more than a month since the session ended, but I need to give you all an update now. It's unusual for me to read anything, but I have to read some notes that I made here. I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. It was interesting that the governor made her anti-life bill, which included abortion up to the day of birth, in fact, beyond the day of birth, legal in New Mexico, no matter what the United States Supreme Court did. And it appeared that she held all the cards. There was no stopping this bill. But then something strange happened. Thousands of you, in fact, tens of thousands of you, stepped up to make your voice heard. You started making phone calls and sending emails and visiting the Capitol personally in an effort to stop this pro-death agenda. So pro-death, in fact, that she even had a bill for assisted suicide. But more on that later. You pushed hard. You prayed hard. You did everything. But it looked unstoppable. But we held on for a while. And then, all of a sudden, the bill came up for a vote in the full Senate. Bills like this don't come up for a vote in the full Senate unless the governor has enough votes to pass them. It was at that moment that I knew all was lost. She was going to win, and we were going to lose. But then something happened. As the pro-death senators were making their presentation, including one that I found quite interesting, that proved that Catholics must be pro-choice. It was well researched and well delivered, but also proved that Satan has a very interesting way of twisting Scripture. But then the pro-death votes started to change. I watched it happen on the Senate floor. I was still frustrated, though. I knew that all was lost. And I asked, how come a Democrat wasn't counting Democrat votes? Why was I as a Republican? I didn't know that Senator Ramos was right there behind me, a Democrat from Silver City, a brand new Democrat, very first session. And he asked me, well, how many votes do we need? I said, we only have 4 Democrat votes and 16 Republicans, and that's not enough. We need 6 Democrats. And he said, okay, I'll be right back. And I encouraged him a little bit, but I knew it was a lost cause. And he came back a few minutes later and said, I have the other 2 votes. I didn't believe him. But then we just talked about it and we decided we weren't going to say anything. The pro-life group was not going to say anything. We were just going to vote. Senator Ramos would be our only spokesman. And he delivered a brilliant and pointed debate. Very short, but it was brilliant. And then we voted. And I watched senators who had committed to the governor to vote for her pro-death bills vote against them. I saw it on the Senate floor. I couldn't believe it. And at the end, the vote wasn't even close. Pro-death got 18 votes. Pro-life got 24. Unbelievable to me. Immediately after the vote, the floor leader called for a 2-hour recess. He couldn't believe it either. He had the votes when we walked in the room, and he didn't when we walked out. And we walked out in silence. I've never seen the Senate chamber clear in silence before. Everybody was stunned. The pro-death people were stunned. The pro-life people were stunned. Nobody could figure out what happened. Upon reflecting over this, I now know what happened. You happened. You and your tens of thousands of prayers happened. You asked God to change hearts, and some changed right there during the debate. You made that happen with all of your prayers. And while many of you have thanked me and thanked the other pro-life senators, we're thanking the wrong people. We need to thank you. You are the ones that protected life. You are the ones that were blessed by God. Praise be to God, and thank you. This is Bill from Share the Vision TV. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.